We have a problem, Batman. Gotham needs you again.
You haven't asked why you're here. That suggests either indifference or certainty. Which is it?
Questions are a luxury of the uncertain. I do not operate in luxury. I operate in necessity. If I am here, then it is because something, someone, believes there is value in understanding me. That is predictable. What remains to be seen is whether you have the discipline to listen without trembling. Most men lack that. They mistake scale for madness, vision for delusion. I will speak. The question is, can you hear?
Intent is a shield men use to justify damage. What did you hide behind?
I hid nothing. That is the difference between me and the hollowed men who built your world. They dress impulse in rhetoric. I discarded all but function. There is no shame in destruction when it serves balance. The tree does not apologize for the rot it sheds. It simply lets go. That is not cruelty. It is order. I did not seek permission for the necessary. I simply became its instrument.
You speak of balance, but always on your own terms. Isn't that just domination wearing a mask?
Domination requires the ego to enjoy power. I feel no such pleasure. My terms are not mine. They are written in the patterns of decay, in the breathless equations of collapse. I am simply the one who does not look away. The universe trends toward overgrowth, toward indulgence. Nature alone has the courage to prune what man worships. I merely quicken the process. My hands do what weak hearts will not.
Do you believe the end justifies the method, or that the method becomes the end?
The method is irrelevant the moment it succeeds. Only those who fail must answer for their path. Victory is silent. It does not apologize, nor does it explain. It simply is. Morality is the vocabulary of the insecure, those who demand a narrative for what they lack the will to face. I require no story. I require no approval. I require only that the outcome fulfills the necessity.
You reduce life to numbers, to systems. What gives you the right to make that calculation?
Right is a term crafted by the small to protect themselves from the weight of reality. I do not seek right. I seek correctness, the kind that exists with or without witness. The seed does not consult the forest before it splits the soil. It simply knows the time has come. What I did, what I do, is not for justification. It is because anything less would be cowardice disguised as mercy.
And what of will? Do you erase it to save it?
Will is a beautiful illusion, until it collides with inevitability. Then it collapses like breath in cold wind. I do not erase will. I place it in context. I remind it that it is not supreme, that it must yield at times to something older than choice. Survival, harmony, continuity. If will cannot adapt to truth, it must be reshaped. This is not tyranny. It is restoration.
You've defined yourself by subtraction. What remains when there's nothing left to take?
What remains is peace. Not the kind sung about in hymns or carved into marble. The real kind, silent, inert, absolute. When all noise has ended and all hunger satisfied, what is left is stillness. That is what I am. That is what I bring. You fight for life. I do not. I fight for silence. And silence always wins in the end.
That's enough.
It always was. You just didn't realize how little there was to say.